You should run a drill if you're married, which is if my husband or my wife dies tomorrow.
What do you want to say to somebody who's watching us or who's here listening and learning right now with us, and they're convinced they're never going to be able to afford to buy a house?
Well, okay. So first thing I would say is I would prefer that you don't believe that. It is an unfair truth that homeownership is the single most important thing in America that creates generational wealth. So when you look at who is disproportionately not as wealthy as others, it's families that don't own homes.
Wow.
Because what happens is families that own homes have a net worth that gets inherited. Families that rent, they don't. You should run a drill if you're married, which is if my husband or my wife dies tomorrow, what would I need to know? And the answer is everything. You would need to know everything. You'd need to know where all the accounts are. You would need to know the passwords. You would need to know if your spouse has left 401k plans behind. You would need to know if there's an insurance policy. You would need to know where the will is. You would need, do you have a will? Right? Like 6 out of 10 people who are listening don't have wills. A lot of people who have wills, their wills are woefully out of date. By the way, you want to get this done before if you're thinking about divorce, because gray divorce is a huge issue right now. Lots of people getting divorced after the age of 50 and 60. And most of those divorces are actually from women. The women are choosing the divorce.
Really?
Yeah. And I will tell you this, you do not want to go out and suggest a divorce until you know where all the money is. If you don't know where all the money, sorry, by the way, if you don't know where all the money is, when you go to get divorced, you don't get half the money.
Wait, if you don't know where all the money is before divorce comes up, you will not get half the money.
There's no way.
Because people will hide it.
Totally.
Wow.
You're looking at me like, yes, this is what goes on in the real world. We're too young. But I'll tell you what, you gotta live every life to the fullest every single day. I always say, live rich now. Live your life now. All the things we hear, be grateful for what you have, appreciate every single moment. I love the fact that you tell everybody you love them. By the way, you started by telling me I love you back. My friends, I don't leave my friends without telling them I love them.
Same.
And people don't do that. And it's interesting when you actually look someone in the eyes.
And in case no one else tells you, I wanted to be sure to tell you as your friend that I love you. You're doing a good job.